Well, unfortunately, we've been hearing a lot about skimmers or skimming devices in the news. So we thought we'd bring in the experts to give us important information about it, to talk about how you cannot be a victim of a skimmer. Pleased to welcome back to our studios today our good friends Trooper David Peters, who is a public information officer for the Pennsylvania State Police at Troop N, and also Trooper Anthony Petrosky, who is also a public information officer at Troop N. Trooper Peters, I'm going to start with you. I guess for many people, they hear about this, but they think, what exactly is a skimming device?
A skimming device is a piece of equipment or electronic piece of equipment that's put on usually at gas stations or retail outlets. And basically, when you use your credit card, it is capturing your information off that magnetic strip, and it's downloaded off there onto this from the skimming device, and then usually sold where cloned credit cards are made in your name, and purchases are run up under your name. And most of the time, not getting caught until someone catches it upon their statement.
Now, are these very prevalent? Are there a lot of them around?
I think they've been increasing over the years, just basically because more people aren't using cash or writing checks. Everything, you go to a store, you write a check, it's processed through a machine, or you pump gas, you're paying at the pump or things like that. It's just more prevalent that people are using their card more than they're using cash, which obviously opens an opportunity for criminals to come up with this type of technology.
So now, how do we know if there is a skimmer on a device that we're using?
Well, some good techniques to look for a skimmer is, don't be afraid to actually mess around with the device that you're putting your credit card in, okay? Because the skimmer typically goes over the actual gas pump machine where you put your card in. So if it doesn't look right, kind of mess around with it. If you detect something wrong with it, you could try not to damage it, obviously, but if you see a lot of scratches on it, a lot of dents, if there's some chips in the plastic, because really they like to keep them in good condition, check it out. On top of that, most skimmer devices run off of a Bluetooth device. That will allow the people who put them on there to download the information onto a device away from the skimmer. So if you have a smartphone, you could actually turn the Bluetooth on, and if your phone detects a device in close area and it comes up with a lot of numbers on it, that's a sign that there may be a skimmer in the area.
Really?
Yes.
I never knew that. That's very interesting. I will definitely use that. So any other tips that we should be aware of, to know so that we don't become a victim of this?
Well, pay attention to it. Pay attention to where you're putting your credit card in. If something doesn't look right, get an attendant. They know the machines better than we do. Get an attendant to come and look at it, and hopefully you could notice it before you become a victim.
Now, you were telling me as well that are the banks maybe a safer ATM because they have surveillance cameras, you said, out there as well, watching those devices, making it, I guess, a little harder for someone to put a skimmer on it, but not impossible.
Well, it's not impossible. I mean, there has been skimming devices stuck on bank ATMs, and then they'll put like a modified camera there so they can try to catch your PIN. So it's important to cover your hand if you're putting your PIN or using that. But they're more prevalent in areas that don't have that surveillance over top of it, where banks usually take surveillance quite seriously in reference to their ATMs, where gas pumps, ATMs and retail outlets like gas stations and things like that, most of their cameras, there might be a camera near the ATM, but not really zeroed in where someone might be able to pay attention, as Trooper Petrosky said, putting another device over the top of that. And getting back to what he said, that was perfect in reference to the Bluetooth. Also look at the buttons. In this particular skimming device that came to our attention, the transmit button was blue, where predominantly they're green. But most people, again, busy lives, we don't pay attention, and we go. If it doesn't feel right, it's usually not right.
If we think we're a victim, what do we do?
You want to contact your police, local police that cover that area, to file a report. Obviously, you want to check your statements first to make sure that there is something on there, stop any type of credit card information going out, any type of opportunity for anybody to use your card. I mean, now with technology, I think you have the ability to freeze your card. I think I saw a commercial right from your smartphone.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's, technology has put a lot of things at us, a lot of technology at our fingertips to do more things, but it also has taken a little bit of common sense away from what we're doing and not paying attention as much in this fast-paced world.
Very important advice to keep us all safe today. We thank you both for coming in and giving us this very important information. If you have any questions, contact your local police. If you think you're a victim, as they said, contact the police, contact a bank. We hope that no one will become a victim of a scam like this.